Hi, this is Mandy from Sunflowers and Doors. Welcome back to my channel and to the third episode of creating a Sherlock Holmes themed lap book. So I've done a little bit of preparation in readiness, and I'll kind of just take you through that process now. And then we'll kind of carry on. So this side here was where I'd decided I wanted to add the notebook. So what I've done for the notebook, I've got a backing page that I'm going to put on here like this, and that'll stay on. And then I wanted to have a notebook that was removable. So I've just used some file folder card, and I've kind of given myself a little bit of a lip here, which was a natural lip on the file folder, and I've stitched around the edges and just covered this with some of the kit pages. I've put together a strip of papers, old, new, some upside down, some messy, some old book covers, some vellum type sheets, so just a bit of a notebook here. And the idea is we're going to attach this inside our notebook and attach it to the page here. So let's get started. Oh gosh, glue. Okay, so I hope you're all well and kind of enjoying your crafting time. If you are watching this with me as a returning subscriber, hello again and welcome back. If you are a new subscriber, then thank you for joining me. I hope you kind of enjoy what we do together today. And yeah, it'd be really good again to hear what you guys are up to and kind of what's keeping you occupied at the moment. Bit too much glue there then. Try not to put too much on, and then you've got to compensate and you end up putting more on. So yeah, really good to know what you guys are up to. Feel free to drop me a comment. It'd be lovely to hear from you. These brads, I don't want brads, I want eyelets. And I also want this. Okay, so the idea of this is that I'm going to I'm going to pop a hole using the wider or the larger of the eyelets, and I'm going to pop a hole, so look where that goes down to, about here. I'm not going to measure it, I'm not going to do anything other than just make a little hole, and I'm going to do the same on this side. Again, I'm not going to measure it, I'm just going to pretty much eyeball it. Wouldn't have been perfect back in the day, so don't expect it to be perfect now. Okay, so I'm just going to transfer those over here so that I can pop a hole in these. Is that going to be right? Doesn't look quite right. It looks a bit too... No, I'm going to go... so look. Okay. I'm just going to eyeball it again. and we'll make it work. Okay, so I am going to put an eyelet in both of these, the top and the bottom. I'm going to go for the vintagey colour ones because this is kind of like in theme. So we're going to pop one in here, like so. And all this will do is just literally strengthen the, it'll strengthen the hole so that it doesn't tear. I have ordered a larger one of these because this is on its way out. But it hasn't come yet, so that's a bit frustrating. Yeah, this is really playing up at the moment. Okay, not as tight as I would like it, but I will tighten that up when the other one comes through. Feels better. Could just be an odd one. Yeah, this is really not playing very nicely. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to attach that just yet because I don't want there to be any kind of looseness there. So I'm going to, this is going to go on this page here. We're going to pop some holes into this here, which will be, just line that up, and we'll pop some holes in there. Now, a good tip from Suzanne was to staple these because they're all different shapes and sizes. So if you're going to just rely on your pierced holes, you're going to miss or potentially miss some of your pages. So it's a great idea to kind of staple those. You're not going to see it once it's in there. So the idea is that we will put some string underneath here, thread it through, and then the string will be glued down with this onto our page here, and then we'll tie it in a little bow there, and then you can undo the bow and replace the paper as needed. So that will be going there. I just don't want to, as I said, put it on while these are still a bit loose, so we will come back to that. Okay. On this side here now, this is the side where we started to work on our victims. So what I've done here is I have got a map of the area. Now this is actually a map of, I think it's Germany, and our crimes are kind of more based around, I suppose, London, but then Sherlock Holmes could have travelled anywhere. Okay. So, sorry, the light's a bit poor. You can see the darker nights are starting to draw in. Already. It's crazy. Next month, and we will be in autumn officially. well, I say next month. This is probably, I'm filming this the end of, or starting to film at the end of August, but it won't go out until September. So, yeah, I'm referring to September, but even now, it's crazy how, absolutely crazy how much the nights are drawing in already. Okay, I'm just going to hold this down. It's really difficult to go over with the brayer because I have got, I've got brads. That's basically what I used on these, is I used brads with some elastic. And I just wrapped it around the brad just before it got sealed. And put pictures of our victims so you can see where they kind of met their fate. Okay. Okay, so that then will be our 2 pieces done. Our notebook here and our inside map of the victims. And then we had our actual victims themselves. I've cut out a few bits and pieces that I wanted to add on some of these. On some of these. So I will do that now. Just literally to give them a little bit more interest. I think I've done some case type numbers here. Should have a couple of those. Should have a couple of those, she says. And we've got some tickets there, there, there. Where's the rest of those then? Oh, tried to be organised, eh? I've definitely printed a couple of them. Oh, there's the other one. Okay. And I should have another one of those somewhere. Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Okay, so I'm just using my walnut stain now, just for the browner, more antique look. I'm just going to put a little bit more interest on these. I need to remember my pen for that piece down the side. That's a bit bare at the moment. Okay. I don't know whether I'm going to put those on or not at the moment. I thought I'd cut out more, but I can't see them just yet. So I think we will come back to those because I don't really want to kind of keep you hanging around. Okay. Okay. So I've added some pockets to this, which I will fill with ephemera closer to the time. And then on these 2 pieces here, on the I don't think that's going to fit. What I wanted to do, so I've decided I'm actually going to put, I don't know if I can cut that down to size. I might cut that down to size. I'll see what the inside lets me do. But I actually want to put 2 journals in here. One like obviously we've got our notebook over here, which will go with the case file. But I also want to put 2 journals. I want to put a small little pocket journal, and then I want to put a larger journal. I'm not going to fill it with pockets and tucks and goodness knows what necessarily, although I might change my mind closer to the time. But at the moment, that is my kind of thought process. Now, again, with Suzanne's lapbook, she used these as a belly band, and I absolutely loved it. And I did it on my mock-up journal here. So I did that as a belly band there. So I'm planning on doing the same on this one, but again, unfortunately, because my crocodile has just started to kind of misbehave, I don't think I'm going to get away with that. Let me just try once more, because that was not on there fully. So let me see if that made a difference. No, I don't think I've got this. Oh, that's the wrong one. I don't think I've got this on the wrong one, although it is difficult sometimes to tell. Let's try it on this one just in case. Oh, we might have a winner. Oh gosh, that was a clip. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So I might have had that on the wrong one. I'm not sure it's supposed to make that sound. But that's definitely more solid. So I'm going to go ahead, move these to one side. I'm going to go ahead and finish this one first. Now, I can't even remember when I had this in recently, but I had something, and it had this in it. So let's not waste an opportunity. So we're going to pop it through here, like that. And then the other side is going to go through here, like that. And then we're going to pop it through here. Like that. And here. Might need to just glue the ends of that. So like that. And then finally, through here, like that. Okay, so this will then tie on here. I've got a piece of thread there, which came from my sewing. So this is going to tie on here like that. And we're just going to pop a little bow, because you all know how good my bows are. I'm just going to cut that there. So there we go, we've got our notebook. And that is literally going to be glued on here. Just going to cut that extra bit off there, because it's going to bug me otherwise. what I might do here as well, actually, I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on there just to make sure that that sticks. And with the glue as well, hopefully it's not going to budge. So that then pops on here. I'm just going to stand up so I can see what I'm doing and make sure it's straight. Okay, so that there pops on there like that. Just got a little bit of glue there showing. Okay. So that is our notebook. Okay, awesome. This is now starting to come together. Okay, so let's just have a quick recap. So this is going to be the front of our book with our picture on. We're going to open it up here. We're going to have a notebook immediately. Then we're going to open this section here where we'll see our case, and then we'll open this section up here, see all of our victims. We've got some space here for some tickets and tags. Haven't decided what I'm going to do on that one yet. This one here, we're going to do the what do you call it? The, oh gosh, belly band. Oh, belly band. Okay, so I'm not going to test this one and try and do this one tonight because I'm still not 100% sure with that crocodile. So whereas this one here, they were on the inside, so you're not going to see the underneath of this. These ones you will, so I want them to be perfect. Okay. So I'm going to pin those back on there, ready for when we get the new one through. Let's hope it's not going to be too long. And as I said, I'm not really sure what is going to go in there. Now, we'll then move on to this side here. And this is all going to be about evidence and interviews and yeah, and the like. So what have we got? Okay, we've got lots of bits and pieces here, and I have also, I think, somewhere. Okay, let's have a look and see what we decided to do for this section. Of course, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so this is the investigation and the clue section. Okay. So, let's grab our bits and pieces. Let's just make sure we haven't... We've got some bits here. They're cut out already for this. Or part of the last one, I think. Yeah, I think they're part of the other one. Oh, I've got those as well, which I don't want to forget about. I've got these stickers here, which I also wanted to use. These, I made a masterboard after the last project, so after the mock-up that I did. And I made a masterboard and I thought I will use them for this project. So I'm going to keep those to one side. It's going to go to one side. These are all our little bits and pieces. I'm going to stick those to one side. And our even smaller bits and pieces. Okay, so now I want to start working, as I said, on the investigation witness statement side of things. Okay. Okay. I don't know where that's going. I got a lady here somewhere that I wanted to put on the one side. I thought I'd printed it, but perhaps I haven't. Okay, that's fine. So on this side, I'm going to have somebody else who is missing. So I've got an image in mind for that one. I wanted this here. Sorry if I'm actually going into the light here. I can see the shadows myself, which isn't great, I know. Okay, so with this one, just want that a little bit scruffier. I'm going to have our lady up here. So it's going to be a lady or that's missing, and I'm going to use that as a text spot. And then this one here, I'm just going to attach, or am I just going to attach it? Decisions. Okay, so I also want that. I also want that. I also want that. And okay, so these are some of the pieces that I'm going to want for this section. This pen is the one I wanted for the other section, so I'm going to cut that up at the same time. The lighting is really bad, I am sorry. It's rubbish. Because it's quite late now actually anyway, so that probably doesn't help. Okay, so we also want our pen. It's a beautiful, beautiful kit. The more I use it, the more I love it. Okay. I want this one here. I will say again, for anybody who's new, this project is totally inspired by Suzanne from Non Stop Papercrafts, and the kit is Vectoria Designs Old School Detective. So all the information will be linked below. So if you are interested in having a go yourselves, then by all means kind of root away. Okay, I should have a small pair of scissors, but this is what happens when my desk gets this manic. And I've decided I'm rubbish at tidying up. I promised myself I'm going to do it after each project, and I do now. I'm getting better. But I also promised myself after each session that I'm just going to tidy up. And I don't. It never happens. Because I just think, well, I'm going to be using that again in a minute, so what's the point? Which is a really bad attitude, actually. So, yeah, not an example to take up, but at least it's kind of give you an insight into my madness. So yeah, this is all part of the investigation pieces. And I am being rough and ready because that is what I want it really to be a old vintage kind of imperfect outcome, I suppose. Okay, so I'm going to use this one first, and this is going to be a pocket. Okay, and I'm going to pop this here. And then this one here, we're going to pop here. We're actually going to do this as another pocket. And these, you know, again, I've got to be, you're only going to fit so much in, so it's not about being perfect. It's about, I suppose, being authentic more than anything else. And I want to pop one of these on here. What I love about this is that, you know, with your fussy cuts, they're not really fussy cuts as such. They're just like, you know, all misshapen things anyway. So it kind of allows a bit of a license to be a little bit less perfect than you can be in other projects, you know. And what I'd like to do with that is I'm going to put a actual wax seal on top of that when I get a chance. Not having much success with the wax seals at the moment, but that is okay. Where did my pen go? See, it's lethal. I lose. I don't know how you can lose so much on a single desk, but if there was an award for it, then I would win that award. Okay, so I can't... Oh, there it is. We lost it over there with the rubbish. Oh, gosh, it's really late. It's been really crazy. It's been a bit of a crazy week. Not that I'm complaining. You know, the week goes pretty fast, and okie dokie. So we're going to pop this by here. Now, if I had the space, I would put a proper pen there, but I don't think I'm going to get away with that. I might add one to the... I might add one here, to clip on here, if I can. So that is another idea. Okay, so we've got our pen. We've got a bit of embellishing on those. I wanted to also add some of these cameras. These were from your creative studio. Yeah, and they were from a vintage set. So yeah, I like them, and I thought I will give them a go. I haven't said that for a long time. Gosh, I used to say that all the time. Let's give it a go. Okay. And last one over here. Okay, so that's that. And close this one back up for a minute. So on this one, I'm wanting this to go here, but as I said, I'm not really sure whether or not I want to try and make that into some sort of... do I kind of layer it up and turn it into another pocket is my idea. I can't use that 1906 because that just doesn't go with any of my timings. Sorry, thinking I'm trying to talk at the same time. Not a good combination. Okay, so I will be using those, but just not for now. Gosh, I thought it was so organised. So that will be going there. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that on there for now, because I know that's where I want it. And then over here, I'm going to have some crime scenes. So there's this photo, and there is another photo. There is another photo in the kit that I thought I'd printed out. Try to be so organised. So I'm just going to pop this one over here. And then we'll have our other photo there. We've got our two pockets here. We're going to have a missing person there. Now I could turn that into a tuck spot. And I would still have enough room, I think, for my top tuck spot. Will I have enough room? It's about that big. Yeah, I will have enough room. Okay, so we're gonna glue this on first of all. So oops, daisy, probably a little bit too fast and furious with the glue. And then that will go on there. as a tuck spot, I think. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. So we've got a tuck spot there. If we change our mind, we can always glue it down as a more permanent fixture, I think. Oh, I'm so disappointed I haven't got that extra piece. I was really thought I was organised today, and obviously I wasn't. So let's have a look at, see if I had it anywhere else. No, but we've got a tuck spot there anyway, so yeah, pleased with that. I just found another one of these, which is what I wanted for this one here. So I was going to put these down as little pockets as well, but you could go on forever, couldn't you? You really could go on forever. Okay. So what else did I want on those? Okay. I wanted some, I'm not going to get away with it on those, but perhaps in the evidence section. I don't know. Put it to one side. We can always add that again. Okay, so we've got some clue little stickers here that I kind of want to use. Can you imagine turning these into little pockets as well? That would be quite funny. So we've got a clue there. Oh, I know what I did want, actually. Yeah, I know what I wanted. I have a little bit of a problem over here. Okay. Okay. So what I wanted, actually, this side where I said I wasn't sure what I wanted, I do know what I want. I want to put some, like, almost interview. So it kind of leads over to the, there we go. An interview, so it kind of leads over to, that's not going to fit on there, I'm going to have to cut that down, which is okay. Sorry, I'm talking as well again and stopping halfway through. I wanted to do like an interview section that then leads into the evidence sections, if that makes sense. So I wanted this to come over here. Brilliant. Okay, that now fits, which is okay. And then I also wanted this just, probably wanted this a bit bigger, but I printed it too small on my printer and I don't really want to waste it. But this side is a little bit slimmer than I thought it was going to be anyway, so okay. So I was just going to pop this on the top as just a bit of interest. We could do it as a tiny little pocket just for some little tickets. Should we do that? Got a choice then, haven't you? Use it or don't use it. Okay. And then I wanted to use this one. Need a bit more ink on that. So I wanted to use this one as the functional piece down here, and I don't know whether I want that to be a pocket or a tack. I think a pocket. Tack would be more practical, but I'm not sure how much wear, oops daisy, how much wear this paper will get. I think it's about, I don't know, it's about 200 GSM, is it? Gosh, I'm not really sure. I'm going to put it a little bit up, not right the way down the bottom, just because it looks more spaced. So we'll have a little pocket there where we can put our little bits and pieces. Perhaps pop some tickets in there, or tickets could pop in there like that. Yep. So this is the start, our interviews, and then we go straight over to the so these are kind of like our initial interviews, and then this section here is going to be our evidence. So as the investigation goes on, I'm trying to keep up with myself because yeah. Now I have printed a load of these for the little pockets here, just as little journal cards, which I thought were pretty cool. Okay, and then I'll put some of the smaller ones in here, and then we've got some of the smaller ones again, we will pop in there. Okay. I think actually these may go in there, and instead I'm going to put those in there like that. Okay, happy with that. And when I've finished, I'm going to go behind, there's a sheet of all just words, so I'll go behind myself once this is kind of finished a bit more, because I can fill in then any of the spaces that I'm not happy with. So I want to put something on here about investigation or interviews or something, and that will finish once we get our new crocodile through, if we ever get our crocodile through. I've got a picture of a missing person here that I want to add, and I have got another crime scene that I want to put here. Again, some more labelling, possibly, as I said, a seal for that. And then I think the main part in terms of the victims and the initial, crime scene interviews, and I should have crime scene to put on those crime scene interviews, and then the collection of evidence, and all of that will kind of be the first part over here. And then we will be moving on to this section here, and this is going to be all about the suspects. I'm going to build this out like we did here with something, kind of to build it out a bit more. I'm going to also, as I said, have a couple of journals in here, and then we will finish with the back page. So I don't know, possibly another 3 or 4 episodes, and we might be close to finishing, hopefully. I will try to do some of the work in between again, so I'll do some of the stitching and the cutting out and the measuring and stamping and goodness knows what. Yeah, so I am really pleased with how this is starting to come about. I'm going to leave it there, I think, for tonight. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there, and we will come back and get started on the next section in the next video. So until then, as always, take care, stay safe, and we will speak soon. Bye for now.